Hi there, I'm Josh Elledge, the Chief Executive Angel at SavingsAngel.com, and welcome to the Savings Angel Show. I'm podcasting to you from Orlando, Florida, where it is in the low 60s. Now, I'm an extremely busy consumer expert, money-saving advocate, syndicated newspaper columnist, and that guy that turns digital entrepreneurs into media celebrities at upmyinfluence.com. Now, I love what I do and can't wait to get going on today's episode. So in order to help you save more, earn more, and live more abundantly, on today's show, I'll be covering how to give last-minute gifts from the comfort of your couch. We're also going to talk about how you can build your credit even if you have lousy credit, and it's so much better. We found a secret super hack we absolutely love. It's so much better than some weird debt consolidation or debt credit counseling. You're going to love it. And then finally, we're going to talk about how you can squirrel away some major points toward gift cards that you can use for others or maybe for yourself. So let's get going. Now, Christmas is upon us, and if you haven't finished your shopping or maybe haven't even started, don't worry, we've got you covered. Here is how to give last-minute gifts from the comfort of your couch. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 1, make a list of who you still need gifts for and what they might like. Do this from the comfort of your couch. Do this from home. Do not do this in the store. You are much more likely to make bad decisions. Step 2, gather information you'll need about them, such as their email address. Step 3, relax on the couch and surf. Select and pay for all the gifts you need. Step 4, congratulate yourself for finishing your holiday gifting before December 24th. Now, here are ideas for last-minute gifts you can send without leaving your couch. I've got several categories here. I'm going to help you out. We're going to do this, all right? So we're going to get all your Christmas shopping done right now in real time. So, category 1, movies and TV. You can give them a subscription to a streaming service such as Netflix, Hulu, Vudu, that's VUDU, Fandango, and CBS All Access. Those are some popular choices. You just simply choose the service, select, and pay for a gift card or gift code, and they'll be enjoying tons of streamable content in no time. Next category, apps and video games. Now, companies like Steam, GameStop/ThinkGeek, and Amazon make it possible to purchase games, gift cards, merchandise that can be shipped, and even in-game currency. Choose what you want and input the recipient's information, such as their email, for delivery. Next category, flowers and plants. Now, the gift of nature and beauty can be given from places like 1-800-Flowers, Books, that's BOUQS, and of course, local florists. You can even opt to give a subscription where you choose the type of flowers or plants, the delivery frequency, pricing, and length of subscription. Next category, books, magazine, newspapers, and music. Now, subscriptions or gift cards for media companies provide hours of entertainment. Some suggestions are Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, iTunes, and Audible, as well as popular magazines like Forbes and major newspapers like the Wall Street Journal. Next category, goods, subscriptions, and boxes. There are tons of these to choose from. Now, box gifts and subscriptions abound in choices. So many, I couldn't possibly name them all. Now, you could check out companies that have multiple choices for every age and hobby, such as Crate Joy, Man Crates, and Loot Crate. Or go more specific with ones like Dollar Shave Club for shaving supplies or KiwiCo for kids' STEM boxes filled with science, tech, and more to delight and stimulate young minds. Next category, snacks, fruits, sweets, and treats. Now, a holiday tradition for many, you can't overlook the delicious options available from companies like Harry and David, Cheryl's, Gray's, Beanbox, Swiss Colony, and even Sam's Club or Costco. Yep, I put those two on the list. You could check out their giftable snack boxes. Next, oh yeah, we talk about these a lot. Meal kit subscriptions. If you want something more substantial than cookies and nuts, consider giving boxed, ready-to-cook meals from companies like Every Plate, we love them, Blue Apron, HelloFresh, Sunbasket, and Home Chef. Now, it's a relief to know exactly what's for dinner and how to prepare it. Boxes ship to your recipient's door and are packed carefully to stay at the perfect temperature. Get a gift card or pay for a certain number of boxes for your recipient to receive. Next, spa packages. Easy to buy and even easier to enjoy. A relaxing spa gift might be the most welcome gift after the hectic holidays. You can give a gift card from a local spa that sells them online or purchase through Spa Finder or local Groupon offers. Now, I recommend checking local Groupon offers for spas in your recipient's area to save the most money on this gift. Next category, services for the home and family. You can contact reputable companies to inquire about paying for services like furnace inspection, snow removal, haircuts, car washes, oil changes, and much more. Think about the types of things your recipient uses on a regular basis and see what you can gift. Next, experiences. At the top of many New Year's resolutions lists is the goal to have more experiences and or spend more time with family and friends. Help them keep that resolution by combing deal sites like Groupon or local area websites to find experiences and activities. I happen to like escape rooms. You might find out if your family that you are buying for might be interested in something like that. Now, look, you could purchase a gift card, and that would be another option. Then they could just choose something that they want later. And finally, we've got travel. Companies like Southwest, Choice Hotels, and countless more give the ability to pay for travel for others through gift cards and other arrangements. If you want to really splurge, you can even purchase whole travel packages from places like Expedia, Travelocity, Priceline, and others. So there you go. I've given you plenty of categories, plenty of ideas, plenty of brands. You've got no excuse. Let's get this done today and let's get Christmas all set so we can enjoy the holiday. Now, has your budget taken a hit from holiday shopping? Have you spent more than you intended to? What if I could introduce you to an easy way to make some extra spending cash to help out? Now, take a look at savingsangel.com/SwagBucks. Okay, it's a free site, app, and browser extension, which I like because it's so super easy and it gives you cash and gift cards for the things you're already doing every day. All you do is you shop online, you watch entertaining videos, search the web, answer surveys, and this company pays you in points if you do these things. Those points you can, in turn, use for gift cards at sites like Amazon. So you go to savingsangel.com/SwagBucks to sign up today. That lets SwagBucks know you heard about them from Savings Angel and lets them know that the Savings Angel audience, we're like active shoppers. We know what we want, and it also does support this show. So thank you so much just going through that one link. Again, that's savingsangel.com/SwagBucks. Now, right now, SwagBucks is offering a very special deal. If you go through the link, when you refer your friends and family in the month of December, you can earn up to 300 SwagBucks bonus and 10% for life when you refer your friends and family. Here's how you get you and your referral the 300 SwagBuck bonus. Number one, refer someone between Saturday, December 1st, that already happened, and by Monday, December 31st. When the referral earns 300 SwagBucks by December 31st, it's not that hard to do, you'll both earn a 300 SwagBucks bonus. Now, the 300 SwagBuck bonuses will credit on or before January 6th, 2019. So head on over to savingsangel.com/SwagBucks today. All right, Brett Billick, you're the Chief Marketing Officer with Self Lender. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Josh. Appreciate it.
All right. So what I need to do is I need to help my angels improve their credit score. And, there are a lot of strategies on how to do that. But I think Self-Lender has come up with a really, really great way. Now, I'm very sensitive to that audience who maybe their credit is really new. Maybe it's really taken a lot of hits over the past couple of months. And the reason why I'm very, very sensitive to this audience, I'm very protective of this audience, is I know that there are a lot of predatory. I mean, there are a lot of bad players out in this space. And I came across Self-Lender. You guys were at FinCon, and a lot of personal finance experts really, really love what you guys are doing. I think it's wonderful because I think you're serving as an advocate for those who, for whatever reason, maybe they racked up a bunch of medical bills and they couldn't keep timely on their bill. It's like that stuff happens. I've been there. Like I know how life just happens. But you guys have a pretty smart solution on a great way that consumers can build their credit scores. And so if you could just real briefly kind of explain who Self-Lender is and what it is that you guys came up with.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, thank you. So we are a financial technology company that was started a few years ago. And what happened was our founder thought that a lot of his payments for his credit cards were on auto pay and realized a little too late that they weren't. Subsequently, he missed payments. And as he missed payments, his credit score took a big hit. Credit affects all of us. It's sort of your version of financial, it is financial health. The credit score will always stay with you. Exercise, eating right, having good credit, those are things that are all actually. So he had this idea. Well, he investigated what are the different ways that people are out there helping to build their credit back up when they may have fallen down or even when they're just getting started. And unfortunately, he didn't see a whole lot of really good opportunities out there. There are good examples of things like credit repair agencies and secured credit cards that can be really expensive or really hard to access. So credit repair is a good example. Credit repair plans can be $100, $200 a month. They can take time, a lot of counseling, and they can work in their own right, but can be really expensive and really hard to get going. Secured cards is a product that's been around for a while that people use. The problem with secured cards right now is a lot of times you have to come up with $200 minimum, usually $500, to actually just get started. That's the refundable deposit in secured card. Plus, you now have a new credit card and you have to manage your funds, make sure you're on top of it, make sure you're not hurting your credit utilization, which affects your credit score. Really, really be diligent about how to do it if you can even access it. For most Americans, there are actually 130 million Americans that have a subprime credit score. There wasn't a really great alternative. Self-Lender is technically something called a credit builder loan. So the way it works is you open up we call it credit builder account. You're actually taking out a small installment loan. So it can be as low as $500 up to $1,700, but it's a tiny installment loan. But what happens is you don't get the funds right away in the installment loan. It is not something like a payday loan, which has a whole lot of baggage and a lot of problems and really don't help many people. It is a loan put in your name, but it's backed by a certificate of deposit. So what happens is you have the loan in your name, which is a new trade line for your credit, and then you actually make payments into that loan over time, payments of which are yours. It's your money. That's kind of basically a forced savings plan. And at the end of the term, you have built your credit score and you've gotten your money back. So it's a kind of a combination of two things at once. It's meant to be a way for you to create good behavior. And so meant to be a way for you to actually save money over time and use that when you're done with your term of the loan, which in our case can be 12 to 24 months.
So it sounds like a huge win for the Self-Lender customer then.
It absolutely is. We have almost 200,000 people who have used Self-Lender so far. Results vary, of course, but on average, the credit score improvement for someone who is rebuilding their credit is about 45 points. And there's wide ranges, lots of testimonials from really happy customers. For someone who's new to credit, which actually is a big part of our audience as well, we can help you if you come in at zero. You literally have no history. And a lot of our customers, on average, we see that start at zero can, on average, go to 670. And that's in the course of the time period they're working with us. So there's massive improvements. There are, of course, other factors involved in your credit. It's not just self-lender. We want to be your trustworthy partner to help you build your credit, but you have to make sure everything else is in order too as you do it, right?
Yeah.
But we have a lot of customers that are really advocates of ours that have been really happy with the process and the program. And in the end, it's money that they have paid into over time, and they've created that positive payment history. And then they get it back and they use it. Because typically, when people make a decision to really start building their credit, it's because there's something in mind long term, whether it be getting a house, getting a mortgage, getting an auto loan, just simply consolidating to a certain degree and improving and being healthier. But the savings plan aspect of our product really helps people quite a bit because it forces you to put the money aside.
Yeah. So how much are we talking per month? What is the range?
We have 4 different plans. Basically, our product is meant to give you options based on your budget. So the lowest plan is $25 a month. That's it. And the highest plan is $150 a month. You get started with a small administrative fee. It ranges from $9 to $12 basically right now. So it's a pretty small fee to get going, which is way easier than a secured card, which would be $500. And then you start making your payments. Really, it's up to you on how much you want to force yourself to save. And that's why we give people the options for a variety of different plans over the course of that time period. It's typically 12 months, but we do have one plan that's 24 months. So we're constantly adding new products and new offering because we're getting a lot of feedback from our customers that are really excited about the flexibility we provide and are asking, are there different price plans, different levels that you can offer, and kind of how can I think about this going forward, and how can I get another one when I'm actually done, which happens quite a bit.
Yeah. Brett, can you, and you'd mentioned like a secure card would be like another vehicle that people might use to improve their credit if they have very poor credit or they have no credit. And another option, of course, is credit counseling. Just so people understand what makes self-lender, if you were to sum this up compared to the alternatives in the market, how would you describe that?
Yeah, I would say credit repair is really about, credit counseling and credit repair typically is about taking the bad stuff off your credit report. That's what they're really focused on. And that is valuable in its own right. We are about forcing yourself to create good behavior. We are about creating that payment history. So payment history represents 35% of your credit score. It's a huge, huge factor. Making on-time payments is one of the most important things that any future financial partner would look at that you'd want to when you apply for mortgages, et cetera, down the road, right? And that's why it's so important in the scores that the bureaus look at. We report your payments to all 3 credit bureaus. If you don't make your payments, we report that too. So it's on you to do it right? But we are a financial regulatory product. These are FDIC insured bank accounts. It is an opportunity that is a nationwide opportunity that has not been there in the past. You could find it in local credit unions at times, but we're the first nationwide to really offer it. And we're doing it in a way that is highly accessible, that is not the same as secured credit cards, which require a big upfront deposit to get going. And they require you to ensure that you're disciplined over that time period. And it's a different type of trade line. So, we're really... our mission is to be a trustworthy partner and help you create good behavior.
That's fantastic. So, I think if you were to run the numbers by the end of a 12 or 24 month period, if you're saving $25 a month at the end of it, I think I came up with some quick math, like, you end up paying into your account maybe about $600 or so. And then at the end of it, maybe it's minus maybe $50 in total administration fees for $50, $75 in total for that 2-year period. And if you look at, again, this is why, in my brain, And I know what else exists in the marketplace. Credit counseling, if you want to improve your credit. And I think that there's good advice, but honestly, like I see some other solutions that are a little bit more automated. I think credit counseling, I mean, unless you really just don't know what to do, I think it's kind of an outdated model, in my opinion, thanks to technology and automation. And I think self-lender fits in that pretty well. You look at the other alternative, and I don't know how big of an impact, putting $500 on a secured account. And then, I mean, that's a little painful to come up with the $500. And I don't know if that's, weighs just as heavily to the credit bureaus. In total cost, like this is just very accessible, which is why I like self-lender a lot. And the total investment based on the return on investment that you get is it's a no-brainer, in my opinion, for someone who is looking to rebuild. They're just looking to, look, my mistakes are in the past. Now it's time to get serious, time for me to get adulting. Students or whatever, rather than thinking that they need to rack up a bunch of charges on a credit card and then pay those off. That's very risky. That's very dangerous. Self-lender is very safe.
Yeah. And I would say that two of the outcomes that we find from a lot that really is why our customers have been so happy is, one, the group that's new to credit literally can't get access to anything unless you build a credit score. So even if you want to get an auto loan, or you want to get a mortgage, or you want to get those things that are next, or a credit card for that matter, we help you just get to the point where you can even get approved. As long as you work and you do the right thing over the course of that time period and you're making your payments and you're setting it up, we're helping you just get access to things.
Yeah.
On top of that, credit score is so important in terms of the types of rates and the fees that you pay long-term in larger purchases, especially when you think about a $15,000 to $20,000 auto loan and the amount of money you save from moving from a 650 credit score to a 700 credit score, et cetera.
Oh my gosh.
Thousands and thousands of dollars very, very quickly. Right?
Yeah.
So that return on your time and investment is super quick for a lot of people who are trying to move on and graduate into that next life stage and that next thing that they're trying to access. And that's where we just continue to find a lot of stories from people that, there's a bigger picture and we're part of that to help them improve. And we're doing it for them in a very safe and affordable way. And then they get to there and realize, hey, that just saved me thousands and thousands of dollars on my next thing that I was trying to get access to.
For real. So it's really, really easy to get started. And so we've set up a link. If this content was valuable, if me introducing a self-lender was helpful, please let a self-lender know that you appreciate the Savings Angel introduction. The URL that you'd want to use, you can just go to savingsangel.com and you'll find on the right-hand side, you'll see a link to a self-lender throughout our website. Or you can go to savingsangel.com/self-lender. And Brett, when they get there, how does someone sign up? Like, what do they have to give? What are they paying? That sort of thing.
So it's a pretty simple process. What you first sign up for is actually free credit monitoring. So we give you credit score, your credit score and credit monitoring to get going. You have to answer some of the typical questions to ensure that you are who you say you are to get credit score monitoring. And then you just go through a process to get access to the credit builder account itself. The only fees that you're paying ultimately when you get through is somewhere between $9 to $12 in kind of administrative fee. And then what a lot of our customers do is they set up through ACH and they set up auto pay.
Yeah.
You get that set up, and then the next month you're making your first payment, and it goes from there over the course of the next 12 to 24 months. And we will monitor your credit and let you know how you're doing throughout that time period. We'll remind you if there's any chance that you're going to be late, we want to let you know as soon as possible. Our mission is to make sure that we help you. And so that's the process. It's very simple and easy to get going. It's about you as a partner of ours to try to make sure that you make the payments on time and hopefully see that improve.
Yeah. Just based on maybe what you've seen, like how soon can someone start seeing some improvements to their credit score?
Well, we start reporting to the credit bureaus in that first month, essentially. And, we do not pull it's not a hard credit pull when you start with us, which is also an important point here. It's not like if you actually applied for an auto loan, which would be a hard pull. So we're not creating necessarily that kind of headwind for some people that other products might. From an improvement standpoint, sometimes it depends on where you're starting from, but I think we typically see customers seen in month 3 or 4. Again, this varies quite a bit, so disclaimers on that depending on the situation for the individual, but typically we'll start seeing that in month 3 or 4 down the line. And of course, our recommendation is we have very, very minimal withdrawal or termination fees if you decide that you need that money back that you've been putting to your CD, essentially. We try to guide you not to, because we don't want you to hurt your credit score if you stop making those payments on time. Our customers see the most benefit when they go all the way to term, and they've spent that entire time period making their payments, and that's where the credit bureaus can see that. So, but like I said, we're flexible and we understand when situations happen, but our guidance is always to make the commitment, create that positive history, and see it through. And then a lot of times people decide to get another account with us at the end because they've seen such a benefit.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Well, Brett Billick, you're the Chief Marketing Officer with Self Lender, and thank you so much for joining us. So once again, the link to get started with that, you could just go to savingsangel.com/self-lender, and you can go ahead and get started, and you can start getting started on rebuilding, building, growing your credit score. Brett, thank you so much for creating this technology and serving an audience that deserves to be served with this. This is really fantastic.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it.
Now, if you've loved hearing everything on this podcast, would you take a minute to leave a 5-star review in Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast app you're using? Give us a thumbs up, click the little share button, share it on Facebook with your friends. By doing so, you, my friend, help us get this podcast out to more people and help share this message of abundance. The higher our rating, the more shares, the more we're noticed, and you truly have the power to change a life just by clicking that little share button in your podcast player. Now, as always, if you have any specific questions, if there's something you'd like to hear me talk about, you could drop me a comment in the podcast feedback. You can write in our private Facebook group, just search Savings Angel on Facebook, or call my podcast super secret hotline at 407-205-9250 and leave me a message. I'll answer your question, write you back, or with your permission, I might even share your question or story with others on this show. With that, have a wonderful week. Christmas is upon us. I love Christmas, full of saving more, earning more, and living more abundantly. And thank you for listening. Haven't even started? Oh,